Time now for our news roundtable. It is February 14th. It is Valentine's Day, the day of love for many people, but many people not loving this so much.
No. Okay, if you are at a school in Utah, there is a lot of controversy around a 6th grade dance that is coming up because the students have been told you can't say no if someone asks you to dance. So there was a mom who has a daughter, and the daughter came home and she said, Mom, you know, I was told at school that if someone asked me to dance at our upcoming Valentine's Day dance, I can't say no. Mom says, that's got to be wrong, calls the teacher in question. Teacher's like, yep, that's our policy. And so Mom says, hold up, why? And the school says this is to promote kindness. It is to promote inclusion so that nobody feels excluded or put out if someone doesn't want to dance with you. And then I said, where does that fit, particularly for girls?
Yeah, for sure.
In the consent culture of how about if I don't want to, I should be able to say no.
Yes.
We all have daughters. What the what?
Oh, that's exactly what I would say. I'm doing that.
You're doing the
SMH? The combo,
What?
shake my head, scratch my head, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. This, for me, is just out of control. This is going way too far on the one side, saying like everybody. This is like, you know, when your kids are playing a game, like a soccer game or something, and nobody's declared the winner.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
No.
No, guess what? Life happens, and in life, there are winners and there are people that lose, and you will rotate between both positions.
Yes.
Just like you have the ability to say no, and your feelings may get hurt, but guess what? You learn from that kind of stuff.
Rejection is part of life. And if you try to shield everybody from learning all of those lessons, then nobody has any of those coping skills.
You know, I think parents in the helicopter parenting age, there is a real fear of letting kids experience any negative behavior. And I think that that's where we've gone too far. You're not teaching your kids to cope if they don't actually ever have to face difficulties.
It's like rather than make everybody win, teach your kids how to lose well, right?
Yes.
Teach your kids how to take rejection well. And also, if you're the one being asked, teach your kids how to say no, but politely and with kindness.
You know, it's interesting. It reminds me of a friend and I had a conversation a couple years ago, and she had said, oh, my parents never fought growing up. And on the surface, you think, oh, well, that's a good thing. And she said, no, it's not a good thing because I never learned conflict resolution.
Aha.
So I never saw the conflict, so I never saw the resolve. So she was feeling like she lacked in her life because she didn't get to go through that process and see that firsthand.
Interesting.
Similar. Lots of conversation about something.
So glad you're all here today.
Oh my gosh, this is a good
glad.
topic for us. Do you want to explain what we're going to do?
Yeah, okay, I call it the right to bear arms. You may have seen this on social media yesterday. Former Prime Minister Kim Campbell causing a bit of a Twitter storm because she linked to an article that talked about how women are perceived as less confident, they have less gravitas if they show their shoulders. And she was speaking particularly about women newscasters. Here's the tweet. I'm struck by how many women on television news wear sleeveless dresses, often when sitting with suited men. I've always felt it was demeaning to the women. It suggests I am right. She's talking about the study in this article she linked to. Bare arms undermine credibility and gravitas.
Ooh, okay, this is, with all due respect to our former Prime Minister, that is part of the problem. If you are looking at my arms and not listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth, whose problem is that?
I agree.
And so if my arms are the problem, a few people are actually tweeting me really cleverly this morning. I think first and foremost, if you are not listening to me, that is not my problem. You need to look at you. And Kim Campbell, I think, is maybe generationally coming from a different era because I think today, you can wear what you want for the most part, but the whole idea is my word should have as much weight as someone wearing a suit.
You know, a lot of people were quick to put up this picture, and you might remember this one at home. This is a picture taken in 1993 of former Prime Minister Kim Campbell, also with some bare arm shoulders, and we're not sure what else is hiding behind that lawyer's robe.
Wow.
Thought that was interesting.
Well, it is interesting. And
she did rebut it.
She did, and she was saying, well, I'm talking about anchors and
She's a former prime minister. How is that any different?
I don't know, because somebody else was also commenting on Michelle Obama as a great example of somebody, you know, who is super intelligent, presents herself so eloquently all the time. And we had this news story this week of the latest portrait of her, and look at that.
I just always wonder why the war of credibility and gravitas and authority is always waged on a woman's body.
I know.
It always ends with women having to cover up somehow at the end of the day.
Not my problem. It ain't my problem.
Exactly.